Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you a quick way that you can protect your A5 Archer and Olive or any fabric covered journal. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, so like I showed you guys last week, I did get this Archer and Olive via a mini mystery box. So let me go ahead and take that out. Now in that video, which is the very first time I saw it, I mentioned a few things. One, this would not have been my choice by way of design or by color, and that already it started to attract a lot of lint. Now, I've seen quite a few videos about Archer and Olive. Now, I don't know if they're all fabric covered, but I thought there might be a really easy way to protect that, and if it is a cover of your choice, a way that you can still see it. So let me get that prepared and I'll be right back. Now in that video I showed you this Primrosia journal that I had purchased previously, and because of the thickness of this it would not fit in a Midori cover, and so I thought I'd have to jerry rig it like this where I'd have to slice the entire back flap off, but actually because this is a little bit thinner it will work in a different way. Now what I did was I did purchase another A5 Midori notebook cover from Amazon. If it is still available, I'll go ahead and link it below. And it does come in all of this packaging. And I'd actually advise to take this out. Now, I'm not 100% a fan of this cover. However, I like it better than the white, and if I need to, I can always wrap a fabric band around it. This black attracts lint like crazy. I do also have oily hands, so if I didn't put a cover on it, I think the lint would drive me insane. But also the oiliness of my hands would eventually make this look ugly, and for the price I want this to look as pristine as I possibly can get it. Now before we put that on the cover, and I'm sorry if there's a glare, I do want to do something, and so I want to wrap this in the front so that I can kind of see how this lines up. Now it's going to look a lot more awkward here on camera with you guys because I'm trying to do it in frame. However, if you do try this trick at home, then it should be a lot easier. Of course, I can't find the one and only pencil that I own. That's fine. Because I just want to mark some registration marks. And I'm also going to do something else. Now I have actually tested this out, and you can leave this loop in there. It doesn't hurt anything. It will cover it up, but I'll show you on the cover. There is a loop that comes with it. I never use a pen loop. I don't take this out of the house, and if I were, I'd actually take it to a destination that has a pen loop. So I'm going to cut this off just because I don't want it there. But again, you don't need to do this step, and this process would still work. Now with this process, you would still have access to the pocket, although again, the pocket isn't something that I ever use. The pen loop is never something that I ever use, but I do want to take advantage of the elastic closure. Sorry, it's after work and I'm tired. So there is a pen loop that comes with the Midori. So again, if it is something that you need, it does have that function there. You'll want to test what pens fit in that though, because it does seem a little slim. And you would slide this in to the front cover. And you want to make sure that your elastic is on the inside like that and not wrapped out on the outside. And then you want to do it, again, way more awkward on camera, so that you can put this in back here. And so it slides in and it does close, but you can see immediately that the problem becomes you lose access to your band. But that's why I wanted to mark those registration marks. Now it will take an X-Acto, and you'll want to be careful because you don't want to cut your pocket, you don't want to cut your band, but you do want to cut the plastic. And where it's going to get a little finicky is you're going to need to put it in the position that your planner will be when it's closed. If you have this sort of slit out like that, you're not going to cut it properly. So that make sure it's all the way here, because when it's closed, we want that. And so long as that stays out of the way, I think I'll just leave it for now. And you just take your X-Acto. If you wanted to use a ruler, you could. I'm not particular about that. And you just cut down the plastic. Now this way does keep the integrity a little bit more of this plastic cover than the way that I did it with my Primrosea, but with the Primrosea it wasn't an option because it's just too thick. And then cut down. And we really just want to make this sort of like a Kleenex box cover where there'll be a hole for that band to come out of. And so just like that, you can close this on itself. Let me get that out of the way. And again, there is lint under here, but I mean, with the nature of this kind of cover, it seems to just attract it, but it does look a lot neater and it will stay protected a lot longer than if I just left it as is. Now, again, because I'm not a huge fan of this cover, I could do a piece of paper, a piece of fabric, and sort of belly band it across there and then bring it underneath here, but I'm not sure how much I dislike that. It's just, I did get this in a mystery box, so this was not my choice. And again, you still have access to your pocket. It is restricted a little bit because of this. Now, I don't know how long this will last. This will eventually just kind of crack open. But again, if you are worried about the longevity of your cover, or if it's super linty like mine is, then I think this is a good alternative. Now, I did want to show you one more alternative other than this. Now, this protects the planner itself, or the notebook itself. You may not use it as a planner. I do have a Moterm. Now, I have not tested this out. This I did pick up from Amazon. I do have a pencil board in the back here, and that's just because I never actually used it, and so it helps slide my Stology in here because that's what's normally in here. And let's see if this fits. So with a little maneuvering, you can actually get this in there. Again, there's another pen loop there. There's more bookmarks, and it will close. Now it seems to be close to capacity. So if you used your bullet journal or your notebook, whatever you're using it for, and you add a lot of additional pages or stickers or anything that's going to bulk this up, then it could get to the point where you're not going to be able to close it. It might actually slide in a little bit easier if it didn't have the cover on top of it. And so while it won't protect your notebook from the lint problem, and that's the problem I'm foreseeing, it will just protect your cover in general. I am putting that in, definitely easier to slide in. I don't know if it'll yeah. I don't know that it could bulk up much more. I don't have a lot, although I do have some stuff in here. So if I were to take that out, it might close a little bit better, but that could be an alternative if you find yourself an A5 cover. Now they do have a variety of sizes. I think they have a B5, an A6, a traveler's notebook, a square. I don't know what you could use for that one, as I don't know that there are clear covers available in those sizes. So you're definitely going to want to look around for that. But I think the A5 is the most used size. So if you can get your hands on those Midori clear covers for the A5 and do a little bit of customization, I think it's a pretty good and affordable way in order to protect your quite pricey book and yet keep it looking pristine. Now, if it is a cover that you enjoy, then all the better. Again, it's really the snake for me, and the black, and the craft paper. But if you're interested in my thoughts, go ahead and check out that unboxing video. Well, I hope this helps. I'm going to try to clean this off with some tape and then put on the cover, and then I will start playing in this. I actually kept it in the box until I got that Midori cover, just because the lint really bothers me. And I think it's because the cover is so dark that it bothers me. If it were a lighter cover, I probably wouldn't see it as much. I'd love to know what you guys think of this trick. And as always, aloha.